Welcome to the weekend edition of the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer and hello, Adam Lang.
Good morning, Sean.
On weekdays, it's all about the Fast 5, the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. On the weekend, though, we are still going to keep it to 5 minutes, but we're going to pick out the biggest story of the week, the sleeper story. That's the one that tends to fly under the radar, the most remarkable story and our favourite story. So let's get into it. Adam, what was your biggest story of the week?
Sean, global stage and Anthony Albanese was my biggest story for the week. He's had the trade tailwinds at his back since gaining the prime ministerial office, and hasn't he put the Royal Australian Air Force's Boeing business jet to use? As you reported this week, Sean, our prime minister's had 9 visits with Joe Biden in this term of office alone, and he got the Stars and Stripes treatment, including a very senior White House dinner for 350 special guests, where he took to the stage and spoke directly to his partner, Jodie Hayden, that he didn't know how he was going to top this for future date nights. It was a part trade and part tourism charm offensive, reminiscent of Paul Hogan, and our PM will not be sitting still for long soon. He's off to China to further our diplomatic and trade relations from the USA to China, big countries, big stages, and an international story that is vital to Australia's trade, political and our geopolitical interests.
Yeah, big story. My big story was all about interest rates this week. Early in the week, Reserve Bank new Governor Michelle Bullock gave a speech saying she wouldn't hesitate to lift rates. Then what happens? CPI figures came out. We found out that inflation rose by 5.4% to the year ending September. For the quarter, 1.2%. Few worrying signs around services inflation particularly. Then Bullock was before the Senate, talked about the inflation data being materially different to the Reserve Bank forecast. Materially is an important word in all this. Now all the big 4 banks think there will be a rate rise on November 7, Melbourne Cup Day, including Westpac's Lucy Ellis, former Assistant Governor of the Reserve Bank. Ellis was responsible for forecasts. I reckon she knows what she's talking about. Big story. Adam, let's move on to the most remarkable story. I actually have a really good one for this. It's the story of Azure Minerals. Now, lithium prices might have come off, but the alkali metal is still in high demand. This week, Chilean group SQM made a takeover bid for Azure Minerals. Azure's board has agreed to the deal after somehow convincing SQM to pay $3.50 a share. The offer a couple of months ago was just $2.31. In January, it was worth 22 cents a share, this company. It means that Azure's share price is up 1,500% this year. That is truly remarkable. Now, the best of the top 200 is Ramelius Resources over the last year. Its share price is up 158%. This is like 10 times that. Incredible story, remarkable story, Adam.
Absolutely remarkable, Sean. And sadly for me, I wasn't in on that one.
No, me neither. Right. What was your sleeper story for the week, Adam?
Okay, it's the increasing voice and activism of shareholders that we've seen lately, and especially this week. We had the Woolworths annual general meeting, had a surprise visit from former Chief Executive Roger Corbett. He wasn't happy about the 40% share price decline at Endeavour Group post-demerger from Woolies, and he wants to change some of the Woolies directors. Shareholders also voted a first strike against the board's remuneration report. Yes, investors got spicy at the Woolworths AGM. Gas pipeline owner APA had a vote against its remuneration report. Whitehaven Coal also had a vote against its executive pay regime. Sean, this week we saw plenty of shareholder votes against performance and remuneration, and it looks like it's going to continue.
Okay, my sleeper story is all about what's happening in the drugs business. There's this new type of drug on the scene, GLP-1 drugs, which are weight loss drugs. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, both global giants, they've both got drugs on the market that are proving very, very successful. Basically, they slow gastric emptying, reduce appetite, and make you feel full. They're working. In fact, not just on obesity, but on things like chronic kidney disease and cardiovascular disease. Now, obesity is a massive issue because of all the other conditions it triggers: diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease, sleep apnea, psychological issues, skeletal conditions, etc. What if one drug could lessen obesity? Think of the incredible changes in the healthcare system. But it goes further. A few weeks back, Walmart came out and said it had noticed a slightly lower basket size for people using GLP-1 drugs. They compared the data they have from their pharmacy with shopping habits, and it looks like people that are on these drugs are buying less, eating less. Very big sleeper story. Okay, Adam, favourite story. What was yours this week?
This is a ripper, Sean. Chemist warehouse parent company CW Group. They have built from one store in 2000, one pharmacy in Melbourne, to now be a $3 billion business. And this year, the Financial Review reported that they were paid $264 million in dividends in the year ended June 30 and another $101 million in dividends earlier this month. That's a $365 million dividend. To start this century with one store, build a $3 billion business and pay $365 million in dividends is an incredible achievement, a great business success story, and my favourite of the week.
Yeah, that is an incredible story, that one, Adam. 5 minutes and pretty much everything you need to know in the world of business. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Sean.
We'll be back on Monday morning with the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Don't forget to hit follow and join us online on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook and X. I'm Sean Aylmer, and this is the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed.